Hello English learners and welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Erica. How are you today, Marco?
I'm great. Today we have a really interesting topic. We're going to learn how to talk about life in the past, how things were different for our parents and grandparents.
Yes, and we're going to learn some very important verb and preposition combinations, like live with, listen to, work as.
These are so important because if you use the wrong preposition, people won't understand you.
We'll also learn how to say sorry and how to ask questions about the past. This is so useful for everyday English.
Alright, let's listen to the dialogue. It's going to be a bit fast.
But don't worry, in about 15 minutes you'll understand everything.
Let's listen.
Grandma, I'm so sorry I'm late. The bus was really slow today.
That's all right, dear. No worries. Come in, sit down. Would you like some tea?
Yes, please. So, Grandma, I wanted to ask you, where did you live when you were my age?
Well, I lived with my parents, my aunt, my uncle and my cousin. We all shared a small house together.
Really? That's a lot of people. Did you like it?
You know, I did. I talked to my cousin every day. She was like a sister to me. Then when I was 15, my parents moved to a bigger house.
What did you do in your free time?
Well, I met up with friends after school. We listened to records at home, rock and roll, mostly. And on Saturday evenings, we traveled to a dance hall in the city center.
A dance hall. That sounds fun. Who did you dance with?
We danced with the boys there. One night, a tall man looked at me and smiled at me. I smiled back, but he didn't talk to me for 2 months.
No way. That was Grandpa?
Yes, and I also worked as a babysitter on weekends. I looked after 2 children. I walked a mile to their house. I asked for £1 an hour.
£1. I'm afraid that doesn't belong to the same world. Everything is so different now. I often think about how life was back then.
It was a different world, dear. But you know what? I don't agree with people who say the old days were better. Every time has its good things. Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, so Mara was talking to her grandma about life in the 1960s. Living with lots of family, going to dance halls, working as a babysitter, it really was a different world.
Did you notice all the verb plus preposition combinations? Lived with, moved to, listened to, danced with.
Yes, the preposition is really important, you can't change it. You say, listen to, not, listen at.
Let's look at some really useful words and phrases from that dialogue.
Our first phrase is, live with.
Live with. Live with. Live with.
Live with.
So live with means to share a home with someone. In the past, lived with.
Exactly. Let's hear some examples.
I lived with my parents when I was young. She lives with her cousin in London. Who did you live with when you were a child?
So remember, live with, always with the preposition, with. Our next phrase is, move to.
Move to.
Move to.
Move to.
Move to.
So move to means to go and start living in a new place. In the past, moved to.
My parents moved to a bigger house when I was 15. We moved to Kyiv 3 years ago. When did you move to this city?
So remember, move to, always to, before the place. Our next phrase is, talk to.
Talk to.
Talk to.
Talk to.
Talk to.
So talk to means to have a conversation with someone. In the past, talked to.
I talk to my cousin nearly every day. Did you talk to your teacher about the problem? She always talks to her neighbors in the morning.
So remember, talk to, we say, talk to someone, not talk with. Our next phrase is, work as.
Work as.
Work as.
Work as.
Work as.
So work as means to have a job doing something. In the past, Worked as.
She worked as a babysitter on weekends. He works as a teacher in a primary school. What did you work as when you were younger?
So remember, work as, always, as, before the job title. Our next phrase is, meet up with.
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 So meet up with means to see friends by arrangement. You planned it. In the past. Met up with.
I met up with friends after school. Do you want to meet up with me on Saturday? Who did you meet up with last weekend?
So remember, meet up with, it's with, because you do it together with someone. Our next phrase is, listen to.
Listen to.
Listen to.
Listen to.
Listen to.
So listen to means to pay attention to sounds or music. In the past. Listened to.
This is a very common mistake. Students say, I listen music, but you must say, I listen to music.
We listen to records at home. What did you listen to when you were young? I listen to podcasts every morning.
So remember, listen to, never forget the to. Our next phrase is, travel to.
Travel to.
Travel to.
Travel to.
Travel to.
So travel to means to go on a journey to a place. In the past. Traveled to.
We traveled to a dance hall every Saturday. Did you travel to any interesting places last year? They traveled to Italy for their holiday.
So remember, travel to, always, to, before the destination. Our next phrase is, dance with.
Dance with.
Dance with.
Dance with.
Dance with.
So dance with means to dance together with someone. In the past. Danced with.
We danced with the boys at the dance hall. Who did you dance with at the party? She danced with her husband all evening.
So remember, dance with, you dance with a person. Our next phrase is, look at.
Look at.
Look at.
Look at.
Look at.
So look at means to direct your eyes toward something. In the past. Looked at.
He looked at me and smiled. Look at this old photo of my grandparents. What are you looking at?
So remember, look at, always, at, when you look at something specific. Our next phrase is, smile at.
Smile at.
Smile at.
Smile at.
Smile at.
So smile at means to smile in the direction of someone. In the past. Smiled at.
He smiled at me across the room. She always smiles at the children. I smiled at him and he smiled back.
So remember, smile at, just like look at, we use at for direction. Our next phrase is, agree with.
Agree with.
Agree with.
Agree with.
Agree with.
So agree with means to have the same opinion as someone.
I don't agree with people who say the old days were better. Do you agree with me? She agreed with her teacher about the homework.
So remember, agree with, you agree with a person or an idea. Our next phrase is, belong to.
Belong to.
Belong to.
Belong to.
Belong to.
So belong to means to be the property of someone.
This phone doesn't belong to me. Who does this book belong to? That car belonged to my grandfather.
So remember, belong to, always, to, before the owner. Our next phrase is, ask for.
Ask for.
Ask for.
Ask for.
Ask for.
So ask for means to request something from someone.
Be careful. Ask for and ask about are different. Ask for means you want something. Ask about means you want information.
I asked for £1 an hour. She asked for help with her homework. Can I ask for a glass of water?
So remember, ask for when you want something, use for. Our next phrase is think about.
Think about.
Think about.
Think about.
Think about.
So think about means to consider something in your mind. In the past. Thought about.
I often think about how life was different in the past. What did you think about the film? She thought about her grandmother every day.
So remember, think about, always about, before the topic. Our next phrase is share with.
Share with.
Share with.
Share with.
Share with.
So share with means to give part of something to someone else.
I shared a room with my sister when I was young. She always shares her lunch with her friends. Can I share this pizza with you?
So remember, share with, you share something with a person. Now let's learn a noun, dance hall.
Dance hall.
Dance hall.
Dance hall.
Dance hall.
So a dance hall is a large room or building where people go to dance.
We traveled to a dance hall every Saturday evening. Dance halls were very popular in the 1960s. My grandparents met at a dance hall.
So remember, a dance hall, like a club, but from the old days. Our next word is record. As a noun, the stress is on the first syllable, re chord.
Record.
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 So a record is a flat disc that plays music, a vinyl record.
We listen to records at home. My dad has a big collection of old records. Records are popular again these days.
So remember, a record, re chord for the noun, record for the verb. And our last word is babysitter.
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 So a babysitter is a person who looks after children when parents go out.
She worked as a babysitter on weekends. We need to find a babysitter for Saturday night. Did you ever work as a babysitter?
So remember, a babysitter looks after children. Now let's look at how to put these words together in patterns.
In the dialogue we heard, lived with my parents, danced with the boys, shared a house.
This is a really useful pattern. When you do something together with a person, we often use the preposition with.
I lived with my parents until I was 20. She met up with her friends every weekend. I shared my room with my brother.
In the dialogue we heard, moved to a bigger house, talked to my cousin, traveled to a dance hall.
This is a really useful pattern. When there's a direction or a destination, a place you go to or a person you speak to, we use to.
We moved to London last year. I talked to my teacher about the exam. They listened to music all evening.
In the dialogue we heard, looked at me and smiled at me.
This is a really useful pattern. When your eyes or face are directed at someone, we use at.
He looked at me and smiled. She smiled at the children in the park. Don't look at your phone during dinner.
Now, Marco, let's talk about past simple questions.
This is really important. To make a question about the past, we use did plus the infinitive, not the past form.
So we say, did you go? Not, did you went? And for short answers, yes, I did, or no, I didn't.
Did you like your school? Yes, I did. Did the teachers give you a lot of homework? No, they didn't. Did you live in a flat when you were young?
And for WH questions, we put the question word first. Where, what, who, why.
The pattern is question word plus did plus subject plus infinitive. Simple.
Where did you live when you were my age? What did you listen to? Rock and roll mostly. Who did you dance with at the dance hall? Why didn't they buy a house? Because they didn't have a lot of money.
All right, let's listen to the dialogue again, but this time a little slower.
Grandma, I'm so sorry I'm late. The bus was really slow today.
That's all right, dear. No worries. Come in, sit down. Would you like some tea?
Yes, please. So, Grandma, I wanted to ask you, where did you live when you were my age?
Well, I lived with my parents, my aunt, my uncle and my cousin. We all shared a small house together.
Really? That's a lot of people. Did you like it?
You know, I did. I talked to my cousin every day. She was like a sister to me. Then when I was 15, my parents moved to a bigger house.
What did you do in your free time?
Well, I met up with friends after school. We listened to records at home, rock and roll, mostly. And on Saturday evenings, we traveled to a dance hall in the city center.
A dance hall. That sounds fun. Who did you dance with?
We danced with the boys there. One night, a tall man looked at me and smiled at me. I smiled back, but he didn't talk to me for 2 months.
No way. That was Grandpa?
Yes. And I also worked as a babysitter on weekends. I looked after 2 children. I walked a mile to their house. I asked for £1 an hour.
£1. I'm afraid that doesn't belong to the same world. Everything is so different now. I often think about how life was back then.
It was a different world, dear. But you know what? I don't agree with people who say the old days were better. Every time has its good things.
Now it's time for Fluency Builder.
We're going to help you sound more natural, especially when you need to say sorry.
In the dialogue we heard, I'm so sorry I'm late.
This is such a natural way to apologize for something you did.
Some students just say, sorry. That's okay, but I'm really sorry or I'm so sorry sounds much stronger and more sincere.
I'm so sorry I forgot your birthday.
You can also say, I'm really sorry about that.
In the dialogue we heard, I'm sorry that I'm late.
This is such a natural way to apologize and give a reason at the same time.
The word, that, is optional. You can say, I'm sorry I'm late, or, I'm sorry that I'm late. Both are natural.
I'm sorry I didn't call you yesterday.
You can also say, I'm sorry that I couldn't come to the meeting.
In the dialogue we heard, I'm afraid that doesn't belong to the same world.
This is such a natural way to politely give bad news or admit a mistake.
Some students say, unfortunately, that's correct, but I'm afraid sounds much more natural in conversation.
I'm afraid I didn't do my homework.
You can also say, I'm afraid I can't come to the party.
Another useful phrase. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm busy.
This is such a natural way to politely decline a request.
Some students just say, no, that sounds rude. Always add I'm sorry, I can't and give a reason.
I'm sorry, I can't. I'm tired tonight.
You can also say, I'm sorry, I can't make it. I have plans.
And how do you reply when someone says sorry? In the dialogue, Grandma said, that's all right. No worries.
This is such a natural way to accept an apology.
Some students say, it's nothing, that's a translation from other languages. In English, say that's all right, no problem, or no worries.
No worries. It happens to everyone.
You can also say, that's fine, or, that's okay.
You know, Erica, this topic reminds me of my grandmother. She lived in a small town in Sicily.
Oh really? Tell me more.
Well, when she was young, she lived with her parents and 5 brothers and sisters. They all shared 2 bedrooms. She worked as a seamstress and she walked a mile to the factory every day.
Wow, did she like it?
She said she didn't think about it, that was just normal life. She met up with friends on Sundays, they listened to music on the radio, and they danced with boys at the local dance hall.
That's so interesting. For me, I remember talking to my mum about her life. She moved to London when she was 18. She didn't know anyone. She asked for a job in a shop and they said yes. She was so nervous.
Did she like London?
She said she looked at the big city and smiled. She thought about her family back home every day, but she was happy. She met up with other people from her town. They shared everything: food, clothes, stories.
That's a lovely story. You know, I once had to say sorry to my grandmother. I promised to visit her, but I didn't go. I called her and said, "I'm really sorry, Grandma." And she said, "No worries, dear."
That's so sweet. Grandmas are the best.
Okay, listeners, now think about your family. What was life like for your parents or grandparents? Where did they live? What did they do? Try to use the phrases we learned today. Alright, let's listen to the dialogue one more time. This time, see how much you understand.
Grandma, I'm so sorry I'm late. The bus was really slow today.
That's all right, dear. No worries. Come in, sit down. Would you like some tea?
Yes, please. So, Grandma, I wanted to ask you, where did you live when you were my age?
Well, I lived with my parents, my aunt, my uncle and my cousin. We all shared a small house together.
Really? That's a lot of people. Did you like it?
You know, I did. I talked to my cousin every day. She was like a sister to me. Then when I was 15, my parents moved to a bigger house.
What did you do in your free time?
Well, I met up with friends after school. We listened to records at home, rock and roll, mostly. And on Saturday evenings, we traveled to a dance hall in the city center.
A dance hall. That sounds fun. Who did you dance with?
We danced with the boys there. One night, a tall man looked at me and smiled at me. I smiled back, but he didn't talk to me for 2 months.
No way. That was Grandpa?
Yes. And I also worked as a babysitter on weekends. I looked after 2 children. I walked a mile to their house. I asked for £1 an hour.
£1. I'm afraid that doesn't belong to the same world. Everything is so different now. I often think about how life was back then.
It was a different world, dear. But you know what? I don't agree with people who say the old days were better. Every time has its good things. Great job everyone. You learned so much today.
Remember to practice these verb and preposition combinations. The preposition is really important. If you change it, the meaning changes.
Now it's time for the audio review.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the word. To share a home with someone. Live with. To go and start living in a new place. Move to. To have a conversation with someone. Talk to. To have a job doing something. Work as. To see friends by arrangement. Meet up with. To pay attention to sounds or music. Listen to. To go on a journey to a place. Travel to. To dance together with someone. Dance with. To direct your eyes toward something. Look at. To smile in the direction of someone. Smile at. To have the same opinion as someone. Agree with. To be the property of someone. Belong to. A phrase to apologize for something. I'm sorry. A polite way to give bad news. I'm afraid. A casual way to accept an apology. No worries. Now say the word and hear it in a sentence. Live with.
I lived with my parents when I was young.
Move to.
We moved to a bigger house when I was 15.
Talk to.
I talked to my cousin nearly every day.
Work as.
She worked as a babysitter on weekends.
Meet up with.
I met up with friends after school.
Listen to.
We listened to records at home.
Travel to.
We traveled to a dance hall every Saturday.
Dance with.
We danced with the boys at the dance hall.
Look at.
He looked at me and smiled.
Smile at.
She smiled at me across the room.
Agree with.
I don't agree with people who say the old days were better.
Belong to.
This phone doesn't belong to me.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry I'm late.
I'm afraid.
I'm afraid I didn't do my homework.
No worries.
No worries. It happens to everyone.
That's all for today. Thanks for listening to English Pod.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye everyone.